I'm sorry. Roll the intro.
This is Cornbread's review. Hey, this is Cornbread's review. This is Cornbread's review. Talk about the hottest movies, old and new. Cinema breakdown, grasping the truth. No acting, I leave that for the cast and the crew. They capture the cool, not theatrical rules. So you better be direct or you have to produce something to break in like last minute news and keep quiet when the real going Matt and they rules. Woo.
Yo, welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review, man. I miss y'all. I appreciate y'all too, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me at Cornbread Movie Review on TikTok, YouTube, Cornbread 1016 on social media. It's a movement, A Square podcast. We doing different things, man, but I appreciate y'all for even rocking with me every week, man. Thank y'all. I got, it's gonna be a hot summer, man. So I got some good ideas, some good movies dropping, top 5 lists. So we working. I ain't stopped in a whole year. So we gonna get at it. I know how y'all just saw how I opened this video, man. We got some things to talk about in this movie today. I don't even know if y'all even heard this movie, man. It's kind of low budget, but it did make the movie theaters. It's the movie's called Men. Men, ladies and gentlemen, it is rated R. It's in theaters. It's another A24 Studios, basically. I do about, 2 of these A24 movies a year. They always intrigue me, man. It's more like eerie horror, and I'm very intrigued on how did they play this out. It's very different. Their creative room is through the charts, and I always like how they film. The movie might not be good. It might be good. I don't know. But I'm always going to watch A24. So shout out to y'all. So today we're going to talk about Men. If you're new to the channel, understand I do each category. I do 5 different categories. Pardon me. 5 different categories. Each category, the best you can get is 5 out of that each category. I tally it up, spits out a number, and voila, you get a Cornbread Movie Review from me. So today, first category is acting. And who was in this movie? Jessie Buckley. She was a beast, bro. She was tough in this movie. Acting range off the charts. I mean, and she's going from woman empowerment to divorce to sadness to death to being scared to overcoming that to being confused to being curious. She covered all the bases of acting roles. So she really carried this movie. The divorce scene, what? Come on, man. If you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Her and her husband going through it, and they went at it. And she embodied that. You felt their argument. So, yeah, she covered everything. And I was very impressed by her. I don't think I've seen her in other movies. Apologies if she was in something that I, rated or seen. But to me, hey, I'm looking forward to what she brings to the future. Also in this movie, Rory Kinnear. Hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right as well. This dude had many hats. He's playing, let's say, the butler, the person renting out, the fireman, the policeman, the scary guy, the kid. If you've seen this movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's basically one, it's really 2 males, but 1 main male, and he plays different hats in this. So he did a great job. I think playing different roles. He didn't really carry this movie, but he played his part. He was a good supporting cast to Jessie. So shout out to the cast. Overall, acting, I think they did a great job, man. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 from Cornbread, all right? Next category, cinematography. This movie is an hour and 30 minutes. Not that long. To me, an hour and 30, hour and 40, you cutting it. You cutting it close. But I'm actually kind of glad that this movie was this short because it's like, where are we going with this? Unfortunately, the budget, $15 million, man. This is one of the lowest budgeted movies I guess I've reviewed so far in over a year, man. So I don't understand why more wasn't put into this, which I think it would have helped in, let's say, the storytelling or writing processes, which we'll get into all those problems. But $15 million budget. And they left out some parts like location. I don't even know where this movie was filmed at. They gave hints where you see the driver's side is on the right side of the car. The old building gives you like that London nostalgia out in the forest, in the mountains and plains, but they don't be specific on where they are. Also, A24 does this. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Is the B-roll, the cutscenes. Like I'll be talking about my review, and then I just cut to a phone, and then I continue talking about the review. But the phone has nothing to do with the scene, has nothing to do with the cutscene, nothing to do with even relevant to what I'm talking about. And that's what kind of hurt them in the cinematography realm of this movie. Very beautiful though. They always find places in the world where it's just pastures and mountains, and they usually film like during the winter and fall, so you see those different colors. It's not always summer and beaches and water. They really take advantage of year-round filming, so they do get some kudos for that. Little to no green screen special effects for the first 80% of the movie. There's a little bit when you see the kid. But the last 10, 15 minutes, they went off their rocker, bro. I don't understand it. We gonna talk about those issues, but it was overboard, bro. Over top, very graphic in certain areas. Didn't make sense, man. So for me, cinematography, you're gonna get a 3.5 out of 5. Next category, storytelling. Once again, A24 does this a lot, where it's like they got me on the edge of my seat every movie that I watch. It's like anxiety of what's going to happen. Even at the beginning of the movie, I'm like, oh, snap, what's going to happen? Even though nothing might happen, right? So they always give you that feel, that like squeaky music style of filming and audio and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. They always put you in that mode of what's going to happen next. With that, the storytelling has to lead you somewhere, guide you, or maybe misdirect you, and we're going to do this. It was a lot of holes in the storytelling. First, you have an individual who, obviously spoilers in certain things. You have an individual who got divorced, and because of her husband he did something, right? So she just randomly shows up at a house. So you don't know if, like, did she find this house, let's say on Airbnb? Is she renting it out? Is she house sitting? You just thrown into a situation, and they really didn't even allude to what she was doing there. Later, she was like, all right, she's just getting away because of that situation. But you got to kind of find this stuff out. They're not giving you these context clues, or really have to work for certain answers. Flashback scenes actually were great flashback scenes, but they really focused on husband and wife, that dynamic, getting divorced, which is cool, but that wasn't the premise of the movie, right? That led up to why she's at where she's at now. So even though that was some of the best acting and best storytelling, it had nothing to do with the main point of the story. Then you have an individual who you catch on like after 2 or 3 times of seeing them. He's different players, or like I said, Rory, he's different characters. But what do they have to do with anything? I'm still lost. I don't understand if this was supernatural horror, or was it natural, but they're trying to have a deeper meaning, which I'll get into what I thought they were trying to say. But it was all over the place, and I really had an issue with the storytelling. We got to do better. Come on. And maybe, like I said, maybe due to the budget, they couldn't have certain, let's say, writing rooms and bounce ideas off of each other. But we got to do better. Storytelling is going to get a 3 out of 5 from me. This storytelling was pretty bad. All right. Next category. Did I get what I bought? Like I said, the movie was in theaters, anywhere from like $10 to $15 watching this. Still not a lot of people out in due to COVID, or it's got to be a blockbuster movie, and this wasn't one. I said it at the beginning of this review, it was more horror, right? That's what brought you in. I wouldn't even say this is horror because there was really nothing scary. This is more weird, or more of a thriller, but not horror. Very confusing, very creepy, what I just watched. I was on a ride. I was on a journey with you. I'm trying to figure it out with the rest of the audience. And then y'all just took a hard left turn, bro. I don't understand the movie. I don't understand it. You have, certain scenes were very gory and, like I said, very graphic. One thing happens to one individual, but it affects the other men, right? They have to go through the same thing. But it wasn't making sense. Even when she had a chance to get away and she doesn't, like this is the type of horror that I hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm game, but the logical horror movies, this was not it. I had a real problem with it. So did I get what I bought? I'm gonna say a 3 out of 5, just because certain scenes were gory. So I kind of came for that, but they dropped the ball. I had high expectations. I was excited to see this, and I left feeling, why did I watch this? And that's never good. So that's, did I get what I bought? Last category, is it a must see? No. I'm still confused. It's so bad. I even asked people in the theaters, what did they think? What was the premise of this movie, or what was the hidden meaning? Because maybe I missed something. Hey, I'm Cornbread. I don't know everything. They was just as confused as me. So I'm trying to say, okay, I was on board with you saying, hey, maybe all men act the same, even though it's not sexual. It's just one man is the same as the next, and even though they're just different. Hopefully you're following what I'm saying. But to me, that wasn't really the crawl. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the goal. Or is it she affects men, which could affect other men? Because it was certain situations where it felt like it was her fault, even though I don't feel like it was her fault in what happened in the movie. I don't know. Very confusing. And the ending, the ending of the movie is disgusting, confusing, and you're asking yourself, what am I watching? I don't get it, man. But we got to do better. So is it a must see? I'm gonna say a 2.5 out of 5, man. Y'all can wait to watch this. Don't waste your money on that, man. So overall, Men for a Cornbread Movie review gets a 3 out of 5 from me. Make sure you check out my 2022 movie review. Come on, man. I told you I'm here damn near every week, man. I'm hitting y'all with movies, man. So I wouldn't be Cornbread if I didn't leave y'all without a forgotten movie. Once again, this is a movie where maybe you forgot about it, maybe you never heard about it, or maybe you're looking for something to do. Go back and watch this movie. You're looking, scrolling through TV and you've seen all the movies. Go back and watch this. This movie came out in 2006. It's a goodie. It talks about political warfare. It's a thriller. It also teaches you the difference of perspective and where you grow up, and let's say your skin color, and what people will do for certain things. And that movie is called Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond is a diamond in the rough, man. It got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, so it's got to be good, man. And other great B-list, A-list celebrities as well, or actors. So definitely go check out Blood Diamond. Go check out Men, and let me know if I'm wrong or right. And if y'all got the answers, please let me know, because I'm very confused on Men. But that concludes the Cornbread Movie Review. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll be here again next week, man. Holla at y'all. Peace.